Hi everybody, I'm Lars and I'm here to show you how to figure out how much food to give your salmon fry in your fish tank. So the first thing you're going to do, you're going to need a scale and a cup to catch your fish in and some water, and then we're going to do some math with that. So I'm going to start with some water over here. And you just want enough so that you can fit about 10 fish in there. So that's probably enough now. So I'm going to go set this on our scale. First I'll try and dry it off with maybe a towel or a paper towel though, so you don't want to get extra water all over the place. That might mess with your weight. So then I'll turn my scale on, because of course it turned off. Then I'll set the water on there and you got to zero it so that it shows 0 grams. That way we'll be able to see how much the fish weigh. So now I'm going to try and catch some fish. So I can take this off the scale and it'll stay zeroed. And I'll take my net and I'll try and catch some salmon. Oh, I should actually get a paper towel. So you're going to want a paper towel nearby so that you can get any extra water off of your net. So now I'll just try and catch a few of them. Let's see how many I have. 2, 4, 6. I might try and get a few more then. Oh, could use some more still. It's hard to count them, so you might need to take a picture if necessary. It might be easier to count them in the cup, but I'm going to get the extra water off of there, and then I'll put my fish into the cup of water. There we go. So you might be able to count them better from the side there, or from above. Let's see how many we have. Alright, so now I have my fish counted. We used a picture to help us with doing that. So we have 14 fish, not 13. So now I'm going to take my fish over and put them on the scale, which is still zeroed to just the water. So now it will show how much just the fish weigh. And it looks like it's, oh, it just changed to 5 grams. So it looks like 5 grams is how much our fish weigh. So now we have that information. We have 14 fish that weigh a total of 5 grams. So if we divide 5 by 14, that will give us the average weight of one fish. So you, let's see, 5 divided by 14. I'll break out my calculator just to get a more exact amount. It is 0.357 grams. So I'll write that down, and then you need to find 2.5% of the average weight of one fish. So this is going to show you how much food to give each fish in your tank. It's 2.5% of their weight. So I will multiply by 0.025, or you could divide by 40, either way, and it gives me this number, which is 0.0089, and then you need to multiply that by the number of fish that you have in the tank. So for us, it is 300 we're estimating. We're not sure exactly, but it's somewhere around there. So if I multiply this number by 300, that will give me how much food in grams I should give to the whole tank full of fish, and that is for each day. So it is 2.68, we'll say, or maybe I'll do 679 for 3 decimals. So that's for each day, and then you can figure out if you're going to be feeding the fish every weekday. That'll be 5 days a week. You can figure out the weekly feed in grams, or the daily feed if you're going to feed them just on weekdays. So a weekly feed we'll just multiply by 7, and that will give us 18.75 grams per week. And then if we want that in daily feed on weekdays, we'll just divide by 5, which would be 3.75 grams. So in conclusion, we should give our fish tank 3.75 grams of fish food every weekday. That's how I figured it out. Hi, I'm back again. So we found in our last video that we were supposed to give each fish 3.75 grams of fish food each weekday. So that's 5 times a week. So now it might be kind of hard to think about what that looks like. So we're going to use a little 1/4 teaspoon measuring device, and I'll put that on this piece of paper to show you kind of what that might look like and how you can figure that out. So I'm going to scoop up little 1/4 teaspoons of food. So there's one. And I'll keep going until we get to about 3.75 grams, although that'll be tough with this scale since it doesn't go to hundredths of a gram. So we're at 2 grams there. 3 grams. And that's not quite 4 grams. And that was 5 scoops of the 1/4 teaspoon, so it's just over a teaspoon. So I might try one more scoop and see if it gets to 4. There, it's at 4. So it would be about 1.5 teaspoons, maybe slightly less. And you could use a teaspoon like this to measure that. And again, that's if you have 300 fish, just like us in your tank. So it might differ if you have a different number of fish. But it looks about like this amount of food. And you could feed that to your fish all at once, or you might want to try and spread that out through a couple of different times feeding throughout the day, or try feeding them a little bit less than this, because it does kind of look like a lot of food and you don't want it to just sink to the bottom of the tank. There we go.